Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bad Big Games. I'm your host, Joseph. Today, Bethesda had a mission, and that was sell me on Fallout 76. Did they succeed? Well, let's find out. Future Joe, roll the intro. So, gang, it's almost 1 in the morning as of recording, and Bethesda's conference is finally over. I rewatched it twice, and I finally got my thoughts on the conference itself, what they sold me on, what I liked, what they didn't sell me on, what they didn't like, and, well, let's get into it before the caffeine runs out, shall we? So, first things first, I have to say this. The strengths of this conference is Bethesda celebrating themselves. Bethesda does E3 like no other gaming publisher does. They do the best job of celebrating themselves and having a personal touch to all of their conferences. Since conference numero uno, Bethesda to me has knocked it out of the park by making you feel like you are a part of it. You're not just the audience member, but you're constantly rooting for Bethesda. And I love the opening monologues that they've done talking about Bethesda themselves. What makes Bethesda? And that's the developer. Not just the developer, but the people that are working there. Even the secretaries, which I love that part, is fantastic. And even them just several times in the conference poking fun at themselves. That was really awesome. And I think Bethesda nailed it out of the park when it comes to just personality. They did fantastic. Now, I will say this with just one side note. What I didn't like is it took 12 minutes to get to the first game, and that was Rage. Dude, please stop. Please stop bringing out bands or dancers. Please, Bethesda, next conference, stop. Please, I don't care who plays the song to Rage 2. I want to see Rage 2. And with that, we get to the first game they sold me on. Holy crap, when I walked into this, I did not expect Rage 2 to literally be my most anticipated game out of Bethesda's conference. There's a Fallout game in there, and I'm sold on Rage 2. Why? Because it looks different. When I first saw that trailer back in May, I was not sold on this game. It looked like Bethesda's version of Borderlands, just like so many other people said. And to me, Avalanche Studios is known for making awesome big open worlds like Just Cause, and they did it again. This game looks fun. It looks wacky, crazy, just like Just Cause. In first person, we saw how you move on the ground and how vehicles work. That's awesome. The gameplay, it was like a mixture of Doom meets Bulletstorm, the good aspects, and punk rock. It's awesome. So many games that are post-apocalyptic, right? Are dab, they're dire, they're brown, dark, and brown. And this game, though there's a lot of brown, when there's color, it's vivid and it's beautiful and it's awesome. I was sold on this game. This is a game that I'm getting day one. I love how they broke the fourth wall several times with that trailer, with the gameplay. They sold you the limited edition while the gameplay was going. It was a ton of fun. I'm into it. I'm in. Loved it. The other thing that right after the Rage thing, and I think it's the biggest down of the conference, was can we get past Elder Scrolls Legends and Elder Scrolls Online? I understand Online just came out with a new expansion. I understand Legends has had a rocky development and they just switched developers. Please show me that game when it's more complete, when it's more polished, because we've literally seen Legends now 4 years in a row. We've literally seen Elder Scrolls Online 4 years in a row. I'm kind of tired of looking at those games and them taking up so much time on the Bethesda stage. Again, I may be the only one here and people are yelling at me, but that's just how I felt. But after that, we get to see Doom. Doom 2, Doom Eternal, that's the name. And there was this concept back in the day of what a rebooted Doom would look like. And it was like a Call of Duty-esque clone, Hell is on Earth, and it looked cool. The concept was cool, but it never came to fruition. Instead, luckily, we got Doom 2016, and that game fucking kicked ass. It was awesome. But we've always kind of wondered, what does Hell on Earth look like? We're getting it. So literally Hell's on Earth, and I'm pumped. That game was so great, so great. I played it on the PlayStation 4. I loved it. It ran so incredibly great. I can't wait for the sequel, and I'm in. Simple as that. I'm in. Don't show me anymore. It's great. Again, devs on stage talking about it enthusiastically. They know they have a fucking kick-ass product, and they just gotta go in for it. I love it. Wolfenstein 2, that was a big get for me. The one thing I am concerned about Wolfenstein The New Order is they kind of just announced that the Switch version is available June 29th, but showed no gameplay, no hands-on footage, and that concerned me. But where I'm on board is that Wolfenstein The New Order expansion, Young Blood, where you take control of BJ's twin daughters. It's in the 80s. I gotta say, guys, I'm in. I love the idea of now possibly either playing co-op with a friend or maybe even switching between the girls. Oh God, that sounded... Please don't be perverts. Switching between these two characters, better wording. I want to see what this game's about. I'm really pumped. They even have, I believe they said, a VR mode where you get to take control of a mech and you get to kill Nazis with it. So I'm on board with that. You know, I'll kill Nazis all day. Love me. I need them Nazi scalps. With that, though, right after Wolfenstein gets to the best part of the conference was the Skyrim remaster joke. You know, Bethesda's gotten this rap of, what are you going to port Skyrim next, right? Are you going to do it a toaster? Like, how many ports of this game do we need to see? We're done with this game. And they made a joke about it, too, with Amazon Echo Alexa. And it was, dude, it was incredible. I love it. That was literally my favorite part of the whole conference. And that speaks not to the game shown. It was just an amazing video. With that, we get to Fallout 76. Todd Howard gets on stage. He talks about, yeah, the rumors are right. This is a multiplayer focused game. You could play it solo, but yes, it is. It looks like, and there's no confirmation, but it looks like it is multiplayer focused. You do need an online connection, it looks like. I hope there's clarification, but that's what I got out of it. Hopefully I'm wrong. Maybe I am, but that's what I at least got out of it. You could play solo if you want, but the reward is you playing with people, pretty much building civilization. 20 years after the nukes have fallen, Reclamation Day, you're out in West Virginia, and you are to rebuild civilization. Awesome theory, awesome story. There's still just something I'm not sold on. Like, I don't know if he said there's no NPCs, but then how does the story work? Like, everybody in the world is somebody, and I don't know how I feel about that. Now, the cool thing is, if you die, it's not like Dust or Rust or DayZ where you lose everything. You still get to keep all your stuff. There is no penalty if you die. And if you're in a buddy's game, all your progress goes forward as well. So it's not like in State of Decay where you're helping your friend out and it's doing nothing for you. You're actually being rewarded for helping people. And I thought that was really awesome. We saw even some customization when it came to the armor suits, or the power armor. So I'm in when it comes to the multiplayer element, playing with, Make Us Better patrons. That's going to be freaking awesome, and I can't wait. Dude427, I'm talking to you. And so to me, I like the multiplayer element. That's something I've always wanted in Elder Scrolls or Fallout. I just don't like how it's really solidified that, yeah, this is multiplayer. Like, to me, like, what if there is NPCs and someone shoots them? Am I screwed? Because Fallout games in the past, if you kill a quest giver, you're screwed. And that, to me, again, there's still too many question marks for me to get fully on board. The one thing I am sold on when it comes to Fallout 76 has to be the fact that there's a beta. And that shows that Bethesda has confidence in this product enough so that they said, here, this is, test it out for yourself. Take it for a spin yourself. And it's available, the game itself, November 14th. We don't know about the beta yet, but hopefully in a week or two we'll know. And with that, he closed the show by saying, Fallout Shelter's on PlayStation 4 and Switch. That's great. That's going to be a great toilet game when I'm on the Switch, and or on the toilet with my Switch. Better words, way better words. It's late. Elder Scrolls Blades, that comes out on iOS. Interesting. It looks like the Elder Scrolls Arena idea that they had back in the 90s, kind of reimagined in modern day. It's a dungeon crawler. You get to build your own town. Interesting. I'll try it out. They said more places that this game will come on, so possibly your consoles. And that to me, I'm like, okay, stop right there. I'll take the iOS game, but if I swear to God, if I hear this game in another conference next year, I'm going to lose it. I feel like that's going to happen. Then we got Starfield. Finally announced. This was rumored to be announced last year. It was rumored again this year. And I love how Bethesda kind of just got in front of it going, it exists. That's our next game. It kind of goes along with the Kotaku article that kind of reads that 76 is being worked on mostly at the Battlecry studio in Texas, and that their other half of the studio is working on Starfield, and maybe a handful of them working on, because they announced it today, Elder Scrolls 6. So we didn't get much out of the Starfield announcement. They just showed us a trailer of a beautiful planet and a satellite opening up in a Starfield. Cute, cool, a completely original idea as well. It's not like the rumor said that this was a Fallout or a Elder Scrolls in universe game. So cool, completely original concept. I like it. Then they announced Elder Scrolls 6. Did nothing for me because that game is years away. Like they even said it, like this game is years away. That game, we're not going to see it for a while. All we saw was a logo, and then like kind of like Lord of the Rings style, like forests where we're kind of moving, the camera's moving through, and a nice beautiful ocean. Elder Scrolls 6, cool. We're getting in front of the rumors, but again, does nothing for me because I knew these games existed already, right? You know these games are going to come out. So again, it's just kind of getting in ahead of the rumors. So at the end of the day, I thought it was a pretty good conference. Wasn't the greatest thing, didn't blow my mind, didn't blow my socks off. It sold me on a few of their games. Definitely interested in Rage 2 now. Fallout 76, though, I do need a little bit more information until I pull the trigger. So with that said, guys, I want to know what your thoughts on the conference were. What would you rate it from a scale of 1 to 10? Me, I think it's 7. I think it was a good conference. It was great. It was amazing. It was good. But that's just me. I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Now we're approaching 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to sleep because we're going to stream the Square Enix conference, the Ubisoft conference, and the Sony conference. That's a lot of conferences. So with that said, you could check that all here at Bad Big Games, where I'll be streaming each and every one of these conferences. And with all that said, and with all out of the way, everybody, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you liked what you saw, usually here we do news with beautiful edits. It's fantastic. Check out some of my videos before. You know what I'm talking about. We do news, we do impressions, we do rants like these, and the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players every single week. So if you liked all that, if you like this, please help build this big, beautiful family that I call Bad Big Games. It's the reason why I do this, is to have the awesome streams like we've had for the past few conferences. So if you like that all, click subscribe, click like, click share, ring that bell. It really does help out. Thanks to all the patrons at patreon.com/makeusbetter. You guys and gals out there make me better day in, day out. And with all that said, keep your wits about you and have a great one. I need sleep.